faith meets karma. In order for this to make sense, I have to explain that my parents both had a very deep Christian faith and both believed that they were headed to a peaceful rest with their deceased family members after they passed. So neither feared death. Many years ago, my father had a very specialized surgery. It is so specialized that only one surgeon in one hospital in the entire country performed it at the time. That meant that most people who were having that particular surgery had traveled away from their home and away from any kind of religious support. The hospital offered a chaplain that would visit patients beforehand if they marked that they were Christians on their intake paperwork. Dad, of course, marked Christian but declined a visit when the chaplain showed up at his door. So Dad had his surgery, and everything went as well as possible. But his recovery was a little rocky. There had been a few code blue calls during the night, but each time he was stabilized more easily. So by morning, they were fairly confident that everything was going to be okay. Mom had taken a break for some breakfast and was heading back when she realized that she was behind the chaplain and someone else. Normally, walking behind someone who was going slowly wouldn't bother her, but this time it did, because he was complaining about Dad saying his services weren't needed. Mom was feeling a bit irked about this. So when they heard the overhead page of code blue to my father's room, she tapped the chaplain on the shoulder, smiled brightly, and asked him to let her pass as that was her husband's room, and she would like to get there before he kicked the bucket. She said the chaplain turned about 10 shades of red before going sheet white. By the time Mom got back to his room, Dad was stable again. That was his last code blue, and the last time either of them saw the chaplain.